child. Oh, I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. But I sure do love my job. Yes, I sure do love my job. Yeah. Oh, I really love my job. Good morning. Happy Friday. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, go on. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, guys. So I yesterday I was leading a worship set, and this song came out, and I wanted to just play a little bit of it because I think it's a perfect segue into. Hey, good morning. Woo. Um, Perfect segue into what I want to talk about today. Yeah, we were just worshiping, and this song came out. It was like, how did it go now? Now I'm forgetting. Of course, once you go live, and then, anyways, um, it's Martha, come and sit. Oh, Martha, come and sit. There's a place for you, daughter. There's a place for you, son. Right next to the Father, next to the Son. So Martha, come and sit. Martha, come and sit. And basically, that was it. But I loved it because it's just like, man, we don't have to work. Like like I know we talk about evangelism and doing the stuff, like doing the work, but we don't have to work. Like literally, like that's our offense right there. That's our war strategy. That's like is just coming and sitting at the Father's feet, like abiding at His feet. Like that's where everything changes. That's where literally like. If you go throughout the scriptures and you look at like just people's ministry, for instance, like Moses, he spent 40 days with God, right? 40 days, he's not eating, not drinking, not anything, like no other human contact. He's with the Lord, and God gives him this. Thank you. God gives him this download. You know, he writes down the Ten Commandments, then he comes down. And the children of Israel are going crazy, making idols and all this other stuff. And good morning. Oh, there we go. Good morning. Making idols and all this other stuff. And so he breaks the tablets, right? And then he has to go back up and spends another 40 days with God. And so he spends 80 days consecutively with God. He spends 80 days, no other interactions. And what was the fruit of it? What was the fruit? Like when he came down from the mountain, he shined. He literally radiated the presence of God. And that is so incredible. And you see that throughout scripture, like people go before they start their ministry. Jesus even did it. John the Baptist, before they start their ministry, they spent this consecration, right? They spent this kind of backwood kind of experience with God, and it set them out. And then it set them out. And so what I'm trying to get at is like, if we just live in this place, I think what happened to Moses, what happened, I think it was a foreshadow of what we were supposed to walk out. It was a foreshadow of what we were supposed to look like, right? Spending time with God, a kingdom of priests, like spending time with God. And so then when we're out in the world, like people recognize it, right? Isaiah 60, arise, shine, for the glory of the Lord has come and risen to shine on you, right? Like we're called to to be bearers of this radiated presence of God. That when people experience it, when people get in, just come around us, right? Like they're like, man, what about this person? What is this? I want what this person has. Like it's going to stir them to jealousy, right? Even in Isaiah 60, it says that mighty kings will be drawn to the rising of that light. Like the presence of God is so attractive. It's so attractive, and it literally draws people in. I'll tell you, just last week we were at a restaurant, and we were having this Love Detroit meeting, uh, and we're just kind of talking back and forth, and all of a sudden a waiter that wasn't our waiter just comes up, and she just starts a random conversation with us, but she just starts opening up, right? Like out of the blue, she's just like, I'm just so stressed out. I don't even think I'm going to stay here. I think I'm going to go home because it's too much, this morning. And it's just like, why out of all the tables, out of all the people in the restaurant, like did she stop at our table? Like she wasn't our server, she wasn't anything. Why? Because she felt like, man, these people are carrying a level of peace. These people are carrying something. She's seen something like her soul was crying out, right? And God led her to us so that we can pray for her and encourage her. Um, and it's yeah. When you spend time with God, when you spend this time, like we need to stop doing the Martha thing. We need to do the Mary thing, right? And get on our knees and just spend time with God, like that John 17 abiding, right? That John 17 unity, where it's just us and the Lord, and living from that place, because Jesus modeled it perfectly. He modeled the relationship that we were called to have, and that was just a son, and that's talking about son, gender thing, but just positional, like as inheritance, right? Like the son got the inheritance, and so as we walk as Christ did, we start seeing fruit. Like there should be fruit from our walk with Christ. There should be fruit that trails behind, right? And so when we come into a room, um, like people should be happy to be around us. People should, because we're not only receivers of all the gifts and the promises that come with the kingdom, right? Like righteousness, peace, joy, but we're not just beneficiaries. We're not just receivers, but we're also stand as distributors. We get to pass these things out. Freely we receive, freely we give. And so God has called us to be these kind of mobile lighthouses. And so when people are in the midst of their storm, they're drawn to you. They're drawn to the presence of God because, you know, subconsciously they know, hey, my help, they this person is connected to my help, or this person might have a solution that I can't see right now, right? And that's just because they spent time with the Lord, and we can be, just that, like a road sign, like, hey, he's this way, come on, and encourage him along the way back to the Father. And so it's just, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, because it was sparked by that song last night. But it's just like, Martha, come and sit, right? Like you've been working so hard, you've been doing all the stuff, but it's time for you to just come and sit and receive whatever the Lord has, right? Like don't put any agenda on it. Don't put like anything. Don't any qualifiers. Just like, God, I want to sit at your feet and receive whatever you have for me, right? And then from that place, you're gonna see what's on his heart, right? And it could just be personal. It could just be you. But then when you walk out, you might find somebody that he wants you to share it with. But the goal is the mission for this week, this today, is just spend time with God. Is to put down the dishes, put down like I'm speaking metaphorically, but like Martha, like come and sit next to the Father and receive all that he has, right? Because I just hear this over and over, like just he's saying, receive my love, like abide in this love, receive it, receive it, receive it. And so, yeah, I just want to encourage you guys today, and for the rest of the week, I think. let's just sit here. Let's receive his love, right? Let's abide. Amen. Is that encouraging? I hope so. Um, Come on, let's pull up some comments. Hey, good morning. Yeah, come on. Just go out and live as sons and daughters. Come on, this is so good. Drink deeply. Come on. Beautiful. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. And this is not just for you too, but it's for me as well. Yeah, it's time. We need to do the merry thing. Do the merry thing. Do the merry thing. Tired of being Martha. Let's do the merry thing.